What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today, and today we have a very exciting release reaction for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video, and without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. We got some various releases here. I believe we got some in-flight models, Aero Classics, JC Wings, and a bunch of really cool releases to dive into detail on, so I really hope you guys are excited for this, and without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. We'll start right here with the Aero Classics. I believe this is the May 2023 release. It might be June though, so let's go ahead and scroll down and see if we can find it. So nevertheless, let's go ahead and get started with our 1-200 lineup. We'll start right here with a Royal Air Maroc Lockheed L749. There we go. Charlie November, Charlie November Constellation. I didn't even know they had this mold, so it's really cool to see Aero Classics really getting after some various aircraft and delivery. Certainly very similar to what we're seeing nowadays. So very cool to see that, and that is a good looking aircraft right there to start out our release. Starting with our 1-400 lineups, we'll begin right here with the Volaris Airbus A320. This is X-Ray Alpha Victor Oscar Mike in the Sarah I Love Oak livery, so Oak AK for Oakland. So really cool. It looks like they got the Golden Gate Bridge on there, and that's a good looking aircraft. So it'll be very exciting to see how that turns out, and hopefully it's really cool. So looking very good right there. Very nice variety. Alaska Airbus A320 getting done again. This is November 853 Victor Alpha. They did this probably 7 or 8 years ago. It's been a while whenever they first debuted, so it's nice to see that Aero Classics is jumping back on, do another one. Kind of a little bit late to commemorate the retirement perhaps, but certainly really cool to see that. So looking very good. Here is the FedEx Express Boeing 727-200 freighter in the purple livery, November 219 Foxtrot Echo. I did see this one get leaked, so I apologize about that, but it's the internet, what can I say? But really cool to see this one done. Definitely consideration. I might have to consider this. We'll have to do some more in-depth research to see if it will be applicable for what I'm trying to collect there, but that's certainly a very cool plane regardless, and love the FedEx purple livery. I thought it was really cool, so looking very good with that aircraft. Oh, Air Cal Boeing 737-200. This is November 460 Alpha Charlie. Very cool to see this. It just, every time I see this, I think of that darn American Airlines retro livery, but it looks exactly like it. So what can I say? But cool to see this done on 737-200. And if you're looking for an Air Cal aircraft, this might be a good opportunity for you. So looking very good with that aircraft right there. Okay, we have an American Air Cal 737-200. It's November 462 Alpha Charlie. Very nice. So this should be that hybrid livery. Let me see if it pulls it up if I do it like this. Yeah, there we go. So this is exactly what I was thinking of. So of course, honestly, kind of similar to the retro livery that they currently have. You have the American Billboard titles here, and then you have American Billboard titles here into the full Air Cal, which is a pretty interesting hybrid livery. Here's what a picture of it looked like in real life. Credit to the respective photographer, but a really beautiful plane. It looks really cool. So just certainly nice. And they had it in purple too, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, American, I don't think was still operating 737-200 at that point when they merged, although I could be wrong. I'm trying to think. The Reno Air merger was the late 90s. I thought that this merger may have been the late 80s or early 90s, but honestly, no idea. So, but still really cool regardless. Okay, here's a Vietnam Airlines Boeing 767-200. This is Victor Hotel Romeo Mike Alpha. Good looking aircraft, a really nice simple foundation for it, and it will be a great opportunity for anybody looking for that. So, looking very good with that release right there. And then we have Air New Zealand Boeing 767-200 Zulu Kilo November Bravo Charlie. This old teal Air New Zealand livery is one of my favorites out there, so certainly nice to get to see this done on 767-200. Air Metallet Boeing 737-200 9 Hotel Alpha Bravo Alpha. Very distinctive livery on the tail, especially looks really good. Nice simple 737-200 offering, and that'll be a good opportunity for anybody looking for one of those. Okay, Air Inuit, something like that. Boeing 737-200. This is Charlie Golf Mike Alpha India. Good looking airplane right here. I really like the tail. That's also very distinctive with the birds right there. So very cool to see that. And hopefully that's another great offering there in 1-400. Here's Air Deacon Airbus E320. This is Victor Tango Alpha Delta Whiskey. A very diverse release today. This model is also really unique in just its variety and its region and everything. So certainly very cool to see that with the IAE 2500 engines. And that will do it for the Aero Classics releases. So just as I said, it was diverse in. So a really cool release, a bunch of great variety here, something for everybody for sure. I think this was a really great offering. Ultimately, Aero Classics, it's one of the most diverse sets I think I've ever seen from them. That was really nice. So really nicely done there on that one. Next up, we have some AirForce1 and SkyMarks models, excuse me. So let's take a look at all these. Starting off today with our Air Force Ones and 1-72, we're going to start right here with a Su-57 aircraft, looking good right there. That should be a good offering for anybody looking for one. They're pretty unique aircraft here for the Russian Air Force, so looking good with that aircraft. And here's a P-61A Black Widow times a Weston 418th Night Fighter Squadron. Another really great offering right here. It's a very unique aircraft with the P-61, so good opportunity to expand on your military collection if you're looking to do so. And here's another one. This one, however, I believe is the 548th Night Fighter Squadron, so cool to see a different perspective on the picture as well. That's a very nice effort. And we have some new Skymarks, including a swoop Boeing 737 MAX 8, Charlie Golf, Oscar, Romeo, Papa. Great looking aircraft here. I love those bigger Skymarks, even though they don't have quite as much detail as Gemini 200, for instance, but still a nice offering right there. And here's the Copa Retro livery Boeing 737-800 Hotel Papa 7371 Charlie Mike Papa. Those Copa tail numbers are always a tongue twister. This one looks really good though. It's one of the lower end Skymarks lines. They are really nice for just the bang for the buck. So glad to see that effort. And same here for the Swoop 737 MAX 8 getting done right here in that same Skymarks line. So we'd love to see that as well. And that will do it for those two. So very nice and simple. We love this consolidated effort right there, and that looks absolutely fantastic. Okay, the NGs, we have or their future previews, so I'll just react to them when they end up coming out. And then we have some InFlights right here. InFlight always getting after it here with their releases. So let's take a look at what InFlight's got going here. Sorry about the microphone. In 1-200 scale. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right, beginning right here with the Lufthansa Cargo Boeing 707-330. Delta Alpha Bravo Uniform India. Good looking aircraft. I think they did 707 a couple months ago, so nice to see the cargo variation getting done here. The passenger one was what they did to clarify. It's nice to see the cargo one getting done. This is a Cathay Pacific Convair CV880. This is Victor Romeo Hotel Golf Alpha. Have not seen one of these done, so very cool to see that they're getting one done here in 1-200. Cathay Pacific Boeing 777-267 50th anniversary. This is Victor Romeo Hotel November Alpha. Really nice aircraft. It's one of the best Cathay liveries in my opinion. So nice to see that this is getting done right here. British Airways Hawker Siddeley HS121 Trident 1C Golf Alpha Romeo Papa in the Negus livery. A really unique offering here. This is a good opportunity for anybody really looking for a throwback right here. These were very unique planes and really cool to see British Airways operating them back in the day. So if you are looking for this, it's a really good opportunity for you. Here's the British European Airways Hawker Siddeley HS121 Trident 1C Golf Alfa Romeo Papa Foxtrot this time. So another really cool offering. Both these liveries are honestly really cool. This one especially with the tail. So I think this is another really good aircraft for anybody looking for it, and also the red wing as well. British Airways Boeing 777-200 Golf Zulu Alpha in the Landor livery. Very nice to see this right here. So my, if you remember the NG video I did last month when I was talking about the Landor livery on the 222, I thought they had it. Well, yes, they did. So very nice to see that getting done at 1-200. Now, Phoenix did the 1-400 a while back. I think it was sometime last year. So nice to see a 1-200 complement coming out here for anybody looking to complete the pair from InFlight. So very nice to see that right there. British Airways Boeing 777-200 Gulf Yankee Mike Romeo in the One World livery. Just like the last time we talked about this, certainly an interesting livery, and I believe Gemini Jet's getting it done in 1-200, so now InFlight will come in to compete with them. So best of luck, and this is certainly the all-British release right here. If it does not, and excuse me, here we have the British Airways Boeing 747-400 Victor Hotel November Lima Hotel in the Denmark tail livery. So very cool to see this one as well. As I saw the tail and I thought that it was ending, but no, it certainly wasn't. So a very unique livery here. I think this has got a really good purpose going for it. So nicely done there by InFlight to represent all these various British Airways aircraft. Singapore Boeing 777-209 Victor Sierra Quebec November. Another really cool aircraft. Love the detail on this one. The Singapore livery is really nice, so certainly nice to get to see that done here in the 1-200 scale. And we have some new Skymarks for pre-order, starting right here with the Alaska Airlines Boeing 737-800. This is in the new Salmon Peoples livery, November 559 Alpha Sierra. I'm not sure why they chose to replace it, but I am glad that they didn't just completely scrap the Salmon concept and at least brought something back for it. I guess they were trying to go for a newer theme, but I think the salmon that they had it's just too iconic to pull in my opinion, but it's certainly nice to see that they at least replaced it. And this one I think will start growing on people. It certainly started growing on me. You know, it's certainly not the what the previous Salmon 30 Salmon livery was, but certainly not horrible either. Just takes some time to get used to. So good looking aircraft right there. And that is it for that. So a really British heavy release, but also some Cathays and Lufthansa. So another really good offering right there for anybody that's looking for those. So looking really good. They had a Memorial Day sale. Happy Memorial's Day to everybody. A little bit late, I apologize, but happy Memorial's Day. And then let's get started here, Memorial Day, excuse me, here with the next release here for some JC wings. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. Starting in the 1/200 scale, we have the United Airlines Boeing 737-200 November 509 Uniform Alpha in the Battleship Gray livery. I think this might have been previously announced. I can't remember for sure, but certainly nice to get to see that done, and they did a really good job. Great looking aircraft, nice and simple. Love the effort. I didn't know this had Pratt & Whitney's. I thought those were Rolls RB211s, but that United always had. But I guess they did have some Pratt, so how about that? British Airways Boeing 747-100 Gulf Alpha Whiskey November India in the BOAC livery. A really iconic livery, so cool to see that JC Wings is now getting after this one. So hope you're a 1/200 British collector with some money, because they've been releasing some really great planes for you guys. Japan Air Systems McDonnell's MD-81. This is Juliet Alpha 8458. Good looking aircraft. Glad to see this one done right here. Really good offering. Ultimately, a really good effort. Monarch Airlines Airbus A300-600 R variant, Golf Oscar Juliet Mike Romeo. Haven't seen a Monarch plane in a very long time get released, at least from my observation. So it's very cool to see that this one is coming out here in the 1/200 scale. So, and a really good offering right there. That's really cool. Here we have a Carulux Boeing 747-400 Lima X-Ray November Charlie Lima in the retro livery. Glad to see this one as well. This is a really cool looking livery. I thought Cargolux has always had some really nice offerings in that department. So certainly cool to see it on 747-400. Azul Airbus A320neo. This is the Donald Duck livery. Papa Romeo Yankee Sierra India in the Petto This World. I guess that's what they're officially calling the livery, but I'll just call it Donald Duck. Good looking aircraft right here. Very, very colorful, and Donald Duck looks really good on that tail. I think the blue maybe is a little much. Maybe take it to the back of the wing, but not all the way back there. But hey, at this point, with how many Euro whites we have, I'm certainly glad to see some color here. So I'm not complaining whatsoever. This is a really good offering. Following that up with the Scandinavian Boeing 737-500, the Lima November Bravo Romeo Victor. Another really diverse aircraft right here, and it's a nice simple looking airplane, so good job there by JC for getting that out there. And then we have a China Southern Boeing 737-500 complement Bravo 2549, so really cool. I'm really curious to know when the last time Gemini jets used 737-500 1/200 scale. It's been quite some time if they have recently, which I don't think they have, but certainly cool to think about. Malaysia Airlines Airbus A330-309 Mike Tango Juliet in the, I'm going to do my best to pronounce this the correct way, Negrigalo, something like that. I apologize for botching that bad, but nevertheless, the really cool livery with the red and the blue on it. So looking very good on that aircraft as well. NG did that 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. So if you're looking to complete the pair, there's a good opportunity. Thai Airways Boeing 777-200 Hotel Sierra Tango Juliet Bravo in the retro livery. I didn't know they had a retro livery for this, so that's really cool to know. I thought that this was just going to be the, I thought that this livery was on the 777, but maybe it wasn't. But I didn't know that they had an actual retro aircraft for it. So good effort by Thai right there for representing that. So we absolutely love that effort. Very good. Air India Airbus A320neo Victor Tango X-Ray or Echo X-Ray Kilo. Great looking airplane. Love the sun right there. Really nice livery. Air India's representation in the model airplane land has certainly went up lately. So very cool to see that, thanks to many 1/400 efforts, but 1/200 efforts have also been very solid there lately. So we're really enjoying to see that. Etihad Airways Airbus A321. This is Alpha 6 Alpha Echo Juliet. Love the IAEs on this one. It's a great looking plane. Etihad gets quite a bit of representation, but I still think they're a little bit lacking in the bow scales. So Glad to see this one getting done here in 1-200 as well. And here's another Air India Airbus A320neo. This is Victor Tango X-Ray Echo X-Ray Kilo. Sorry guys. It looks the exact same to me, so I'm not exactly sure what the difference is, but it's still really cool to see it again regardless. Yeah, the registration's the same. Could have just been a duplicate, but nice to see it again. And here's the Bertalia, something like that. Boeing 737 MAX 8. Have not seen this aircraft yet. Echo Whiskey, excuse me, I'm not trying to botch them again. 546 Papa Alpha. Good looking aircraft, a very unique livery, especially with tail. I'm not sure if that's like supposed to be a spinning gear or what that is, but certainly very cool regardless, and looks really nice. So we'd love to see that effort. And here we go with our 1-400. So we have a 2 set right here for Cathay Dragon or Dragonair, Lockheed L10 11-1 variants, Victor Romeo Hotel Oscar Delta and Victor Romeo Hotel Oscar Kilo. So quite a unique pair right here. I'm really curious. I would think that they're selling this for like maybe 110 or something like that, but let's see, maybe a little bit less. 79, really? That's not honestly. So yeah, 45 each. So yeah, I overestimated just a little bit, but that's honestly a pretty solid deal. So that's honestly really good. So that's really cool to see, and that's a really good opportunity if you're looking to pick up some retro Dragonair aircraft. So that's really cool. Very nice duo right there. I think that's a really good opportunity. And here we go with the interactive. Oh my gosh, can't talk. Beluga Test Flight Airbus Transport Airbus A330-700 Lima variant. Very interesting. Foxtrot Whiskey Bravo X-Ray Lima. Very cool aircraft right there. It looks really good in all various aspects. Apologies about the sneezes, everybody, but nevertheless, really good looking aircraft. Always have wanted to pick up a Beluga, so who knows, maybe this will be the one at some point. But trying to pick up some more JC Wings aircraft, that's just kind of challenging. They're pretty well carried through US retailers, but still not ideal. So and understandably so. So glad to see this aircraft right here, and it's a really good opportunity. Okay, here we have an interactive Ethiopian Airlines cargo Boeing 777 freighter, Echo Tango Alpha Whiskey Echo. Very exciting to see this aircraft right here. Love the effort. It's a really, really good looking plane. The interactive mode, I would really like to try it because it looks really good. So very nice to get to see this Ethiopian cargo getting done. Would like an Ethiopian aircraft. I know they're flying the 787 now to Atlanta, so maybe I'll try to pick that one up if I see it. Still yet to get a really good catch of one, so hopefully that'll be happening at some point. But nevertheless, we'll take it one step at a time. Here's the flap downs. Privileged Styles Boeing 777-200ER. This is Echo Charlie Mike Uniform Alpha. I believe I saw their 767 at Dallas, which is really ironic, but they're a private charter company, I believe, from Spain, if it's the same, but I'm thinking I saw their 76. Could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was it. I won't go look it up for the sake of time, but nevertheless, really cool to see this right here, and the flaps down, so that will be followed up with the flaps up. Again, really cool to get to see this, and it's a really good opportunity, so very nicely done right there. And that is it for the current in-stock items. So very cool to get to see all these. A really nice diverse set, especially 1-200 wise. They got a bunch of really good offerings. So that's what we love to see. And now we're on to our next one, which is going to be the future in-flight and JC Wings aircraft to round out today's video. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. Okay, here we go for our InFlight200s. Continental doubles DC-1030 November 12061, the black meatball livery. So I thought that we got one similar to this. Maybe it was a red contrails, but it's really nice to get to see this one getting done. So that's what we'd love to see right there. Plenty of offerings for anybody looking for them. Okay, an American Airlines Boeing 777-200, this is November 649 Alpha November with the jet flagship livery. Now, I'm trying to figure out if they were trying to represent the retro 757 because NG also did this exact same tail number a couple years ago, or if they're just representing a jet flagship 757. But I'm pretty sure this was the retro aircraft they had back in the 2000s. So I'm thinking that's what they're doing here, which is very cool. This is a good looking aircraft. So glad to see that they're getting this one out. And honestly, it looks really good on a 7.5. I'm sure to more senior collectors, maybe not quite as much since they saw it on a previous aircraft, but it looks really good on the 7.5 from the plant. So that's what we love to see. National Airlines Boeing 747-135 November 77773. Can't say I've seen 4 consecutive numbers in a registration before. That's pretty crazy. But a polished aircraft too. So really cool. Registration aside, this is a good looking aircraft. Love the livery on it and a nice simple offering right here. So that looks really good. Okay, here's an Aero Condor Columbia Boeing 707-123. This is polished Hotel Kilo 1818. Love the aircraft right here. It's a really great livery from the polished to the yellow to the orange to the red. It's a really good looking aircraft. Love the effort right there, and that looks really good. So very nice to see that. Next up, we have another Air New Zealand Till aircraft. This time it's going to be a Boeing 777-219ER Zulu Kilo Oscar Kilo Hotel. Good looking aircraft. Love the effort here. The Till livery is super, super nice, and I absolutely love to see that right there. So that is certainly very cool. Okay, here's a Caledonian, I think that's how you say this, Airways Boeing 707-349 Charlie variant. This is Gulf Alpha Whiskey Tango Kilo. Again, another really cool aircraft, going back to that retro small billboard title, multiple colored line, cheat line livery phase here in aviation. So certainly cool to get to see this one, and this will be another really good opportunity for anybody looking for this. And here we have a CP Air Boeing 727-100. This is Charlie Foxtrot Charlie Oscar Romeo. Again, Oscar, sorry, Uniform Romeo. There we go. Some of these tail numbers are certainly very complex, but nevertheless, good looking aircraft. CP Air was a really cool airline out of Canada, from my understanding. So very cool to see their 727-100 getting represented here in 1-200. And here we have the Ascent Australia Airbus A320-200. This is Victor Hotel Yankee Foxtrot. Again, we had one in last time, I think, but a nice, really simple aircraft. They did a good job representing this here, so certainly glad to see the effort right here from InFlight. Qatar Amari Flight Airbus E319. This is going to be a 133 variant for Alpha 7 Mike Echo Delta. So very interesting aircraft right here. It seems like the Antelope's much bigger on this livery, but I could be wrong. It just may be because the aircraft's so much more blown up on this preview, but it looks really good. The Qatar A319 seems like a really cool plane, so it's really nice to get to see that done here in 1-200. S7's Siberia, goodness, let me see if I can pronounce this right. Siberia Airlines Airbus A320. This is Romeo Alpha 73404. S7's a really unique carrier. It's nice to get to see them getting some more representation there in 1-200 with the CFM 320. And here's another S7 Airlines. This time it has the S7 on tail. Their latest delivery here on the Airbus A321. I thought this is a Neo. 271's a Neo, I'm pretty sure. It definitely has a Neo engine, so I'm pretty sure this is a Neo. If it's not, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure this is A321 Neo. Romeo Alpha 73443. Very good looking aircraft. To my knowledge, the first offering of the A321 Neo for S7 in any scale, so cool to see that. Could be wrong, but these are by Ave Boss as well, so that's pretty cool. So looking very good right there with those. Okay, here we have some future releases here in 1-200 for JC Wings. Beating right here with the Aviation Presidential Republica Argentina Boeing 757-200. I guess the registration's Alpha Romeo Juliet 01. This looks like love filled, but it probably isn't. So cool to see that though. Really good looking aircraft. Love the delivery, so we absolutely love to see that. Here's the Japan Airlines Boeing 777-200 getting done here. Juliet Alpha 702 Juliet. Another really good offering. Love that Japan livery, so very nice to get to see that right there. And it flaps down because we love to see it. Okay, a KLM City Hopper Ember 190. This is Papa Hotel Echo Zulu Juliet. Golf and Juliet. I keep getting those two confused. I don't know why, but we had the Progressive Pride livery here represented with this banner right here. So certainly serving a very good purpose, and glad to see that released right there. So very nice effort right there. Okay, here we had the flaps down Airbus A350-1000 Foxtrot Whiskey Mike India Lima in the Airbus Up Next banner. So that's certainly very cool to get to see that. So we have this one and then a normal configuration because yes. And here we have our future 1-400 releases, including that same Presidential Republica Argentina Air Force Boeing 757. Again, a really cool plane, so very excited to see that with the RB211s especially. And I think there's a bigger list. Let me see if this will pull it up if I bring it up on here. Sometimes it cuts off like that, so I'm not sure why it continues to do that. But they may still be listing them, but I'm thinking these two have not been there. Could be wrong, but nevertheless, these might be some new. Yeah, I'm thinking it's all of these, so we'll just run through these pretty quick. Out of Dubai, a Merry Flight Boeing 747-8. Very cool to see that. Alpha 6 Papa Foxtrot Alpha. And then the Airbus house livery flaps up and flaps down once again. Iraqi Airways Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner Yankee India Alpha Tango Charlie. Good looking aircraft, like that livery. We have a flaps down version as well. Air Canada cargo Boeing 767-300ER. This is going to be Charlie Golf Hotel Lima Victor. Good looking aircraft. Those are flying to Dallas now, so certainly going to have to consider that. I think the Phoenix is doing it too, but certainly very cool. And a retro fantasy Landor livery for the British Airways Boeing 747-8I. How about that? So very interesting to see that right there, but certainly very cool. That's what we love to see, and that's a really good effort right there from all parties included. So how about that release reaction? We had some really good releases in there. I really hope that you guys enjoyed that. A bunch of really cool planes. Let me know in the comments which ones you guys are leaning towards getting, if any. Nothing boldly stood out, but there are some really cool ones there. I might consider that FedEx 727 would be one of them. So certainly a bunch of really cool models to depict, and we'll be looking forward to doing that in the near future. But nevertheless, that'll do it for today's video, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love what you do? My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.